Welcome back to this episode of The Saucy Sibs. This podcast episode is sponsored by no longer cold ass weather, but absolutely warm ass weather.
It's gorgeous. California, super warm.
Hey, who knew this about California? California has great weather.
Yeah. Beautiful. We decided we need to drink something different every single podcast. So even though it's 10 a.m., we just opened a bottle of Dolcetto d'Alba by Fabio Oberto. It's like a nice, light red wine out of Italy.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Dolcetto either. So that's the grape for those of you who don't know, Dolcetto, but
it's similar to like a Barbera d'Alba. Alba is just the region that it comes from. Dolcetto versus Barbera is the grape. And also, not sponsored yet, but this is our goal. Go Vino wine glasses. They are shatterproof, go anywhere wine glasses.
Mm-hmm. Because, actually, Francesca and I shatter a lot of things. And one of them, actually the first day of this road trip, we had this gorgeous French press. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Shout out.
we don't have to go to a coffee shop every day because I bought us a French press. It's beautiful.
Lovely.
It's glass. And I just chucked it out of the car on accident.
It just shattered all over the parking lot. But we did get a one brew out of it, but whatever. So anyway, Go Vino, plastic wine glasses that are shatterproof.
But they're beautiful. They're crystal clear, and they're dishwasher safe, and they're lovely. They come in a little pack of 4. They even have champagne flutes. They have smaller wine glasses or bigger ones. They're little stemless glasses, and it's probably going to be the main thing that we drink our wine out of for the foreseeable future. Because we're on the go. We're on the go,
and we shatter shit, and we're not going to shatter this.
No.
So cheers to that.
They're beautiful. We're very classy here.
I
cheers.
know.
They don't clink.
They don't clink at all.
Because they're plastic. But they are lovely.
But that's what
plastic.
we need. That's what we need. Sacrifices,
So we are...
Where are we, Francesca?
We are parked on a sheer cliff on the Sonoma coast, Bodega Bay.
Bodega Bay. So Francesca and I like to use this app called iOverlander, and it helps you find really great campsites to find out where you want to park for free. And we found one, and it literally said sheer cliff.
Said, great, a little close to the highway, sheer cliff. So we arrive.
And Francesca and I were like, oh, let's go.
Sounds
sheer
beautiful.
cliff in the night in a place we've never been before. That's exactly where I want to sleep.
Well, because we went to dinner and then we drove straight from Napa just towards the water. We said, just drive towards, the ocean.
Let's go to the ocean. No, it's kind of been blowing my mind about California in general. Just so you're telling me Napa and Sonoma are right outside of San Francisco, which is right next to the coast. And then there's mountains and redwood forests and stuff like that.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
I see you, California.
I absolutely do. I guess that's why people talk about it a lot and it's kind of a relevant place. But, when people hate on California, I get it. But I'm also like, all right.
But no, I get California now.
It. I like it's kind of fucking cool.
It's gorgeous.
We're literally parked, filming a podcast, looking at this gorgeous scenery of the ocean.
We are live from the Chevy Equinox.
Live from the Chevy Equinox on the sheer cliff.
Yeah. So we pulled up last night and we get out. You guys, it is actually an actual highway. And it's just like a little dirt patch on the side of the highway. And 4 feet in each direction was either get hit by a car or fall to your death.
And honestly, I've never slept better.
No, we actually didn't sleep there. It was too scary. Well, because I saw a mountain lion.
You saw a mountain lion.
Okay, he did not believe me. It came up over the cliff. I'm like getting ready to take little Zaza, to go potty. And a mountain lion comes up over, I guess it was just hanging out on the side of a cliff.
The sheer cliff, everyone.
Yeah, and I screamed. And he was like, you did not just see a mountain lion. So then I Googled mountain lions, Sonoma Coast. And apparently a lot of reviews of the campsites nearby was like, be careful. My wife and our child ran into a mountain lion when they went to the bathroom last night. So they're everywhere.
I mean, I'm not putting it out of the realm of possibilities, but
no, he was there.
We're gonna We're gonna
Also,
to
fun
be
fact,
decided about that. Jury is still out.
No, he was there. I looked him right in the eye. But mountain lions, pumas, and cougars, all the same thing.
Yes.
Apparently, most people know this, but literally the exact same animal. Not like a different kind. They're all the exact same animal.
No, Mm-hmm. Completely.
Yeah, interesting.
Moving on. We have just left Napa for the coast.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think of Napa, Francesca?
You know, it lived up. We had a lot of people tell us, skip Napa. It's so overrated.
I loved it.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people just like to say that. And I understand. So when you get there, it is, you know, if you're not spending like a pretty penny at the wineries and then at dinner, it does seem like there's not a lot of things to do. But you don't have to go to the fanciest wineries.
Right.
And you can, I think it still gave me small town vibes.
It did.
We met some people, a lot of places I felt like we were part of the family. We really learned about wine. It was like educational and beautiful and romantic. I will say we were probably the only brother-sister duo.
I know. Everyone was like, hey, do you want me to get a photo of you and your lady? And I'm like, my lady? This bitch?
I'd throw her in the ocean right now.
You're talking about Zaza, aren't you?
Yeah, Zaza's my lady, but...
Oh, hold up. There's a little cop.
Oh, there's a cop.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, he's just doing a very speedy turnaround.
Ooh.
Why do I always feel like we're about to get arrested?
Because you should put your wine down.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We're not drinking and driving. Man,
You know.
he is zooming. My biggest fear last night. So, like, when you're parking or camping illegally, I'm not so scared. Like, I'm not going to get in trouble. No one's going to arrest me. I'm just in my car. They're really just going to tell you to move. But my nervous system does not want to be woken up at 4:00 in the morning by a cop knocking on the window.
Could you imagine?
No.
Oh, sorry, cop. I'm just sleeping in my car. Like, oh, sir, you gotta leave. Like, okay, well, where should I go?
Yeah. You know where you go? Walmart parking lots.
Walmart parking lots.
This episode's sponsored by 24-hour Walmart Supercenter parking lots.
Which we slept in the other night in Napa. There's a Walmart Supercenter in Napa for those of you on a budget. And like us. And no, we slept in it. And here's the thing. I've always said, eat cheap, drink expensive until you can afford both. Or we can just crank that up a notch where you drink really expensive and then you sleep in your Chevy Equinox in a Walmart Supercenter parking lot.
Also, you guys, it's really hard to be fancy and cute when you're living out of a car. So
Right.
I thought that we were, going to the Pacific Northwest. It's cold. I brought like tavern clothes. I'm going to be flannel. It's sort of like hiking chic. I'm going to be that kind of girl. And then all of a sudden I found myself in goddamn Napa Valley.
Right.
Where I would love a sundress, maybe a sun hat, maybe like a little wicker purse. And we're not showering every day right now. So we show up to a very fancy dinner with some new friends we made. And my hair was a little greasy. So, and I don't have, a little vintage Stetson day hat. So I tried to go for a different look. And
so I'm chilling in the parking lot, just waiting for her to not figure out what she's wearing. And, I'm like, oh, can I just go in and order a glass of wine? And she's like, no, wait for me. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. And then all of a sudden you come out and this silk bandana around the head, almost like some type of, I felt like we were in an Amigos music video or something like that. Like we had just left a Travis Scott concert.
It was very Khloe Kardashian. And I threw on giant gold hoop earrings with it.
And I just wasn't expecting it.
Oh my gosh, you guys, he laughed out loud at me. He basically pointed and laughed. And I was like, wow, I guess I'm not wearing this in.
It looked fine. It really did. It's just so not you is kind of what caught me off guard about it. And so I was like, oh. And then you were like, and then you actually started having a meltdown. And you were like, well, I don't know what the fuck to wear. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go order myself a Sauvignon Blanc.
He left me in the parking lot. Yeah. Which, he knew I needed to concentrate on what I could possibly do to, put together an outfit. Which, as, an ex-New York City girl, when in doubt, black on black on black.
Black on black on black.
I wore, a cute little black bodysuit, black jeans, little black booties, and then kind of a faded whitewashed denim jacket. So it was like, I'm casual, but like still chic.
I thought it worked great. The
Thank
outfit.
you.
I was in a black t-shirt and some Levi's, something I wear every day.
I was going to
and-
say, no one asked. But
Well,
it's literally the only thing you wear, but it's
well,
nice.
not only did no one ask, but no one really cares.
No.
Wow, Nick, you just had a podcast where you told us you were in a black t-shirt and Levi's. Fucking get him an Emmy, a Golden Globe. So I show up to the winery in Napa, and I was only wearing a bandana.
You could use a bandana as a shirt if you're really in a pinch. Fold it in half, tie it. It's very like Christina Aguilera, circa 2001.
Right. Something that I'm probably not going to wear to Napa, but maybe I...
I mean, your nails are painted. Maybe a little cowboy hat, a little bandana as a t-shirt. Very,
Be like I
West-
slept on a cliff last night,
very Western chic.
which I love. I love a Western chic, but
Yeah.
I'll work on the bandana shirt for the people.
Well,
but
since I've left Aspen, so Aspen is almost like a theme party for rich people. It's where you would go. It's like a cowboy themed adventure park where the rich people can wear their hats. But now since living there, I have like this weird, I feel like cowboy boots are okay anywhere. I haven't worn cowboy boots in like 10 years, or maybe you're going to a country concert. But since Aspen, like now I just think they're appropriate everywhere because I'm like,
I feel like they kind of are.
I've decided they are.
I mean, you go, girl.
Okay, guys. So, well, like speaking of that though, we might have to like go shopping because
We are packed for nothing.
I have Nick. How many jackets do we have between the two of us?
We have a lot of jackets, but none of them really,
about 23
in a giant
or
duffel
more.
bag.
Yeah, it's what is our car is mostly filled with. I mean, we have fur scarves.
We did bring fur scarves. No, we literally brought sandals, fur scarves, a lot of flannels, and that's about it.
And I think we're like doing California wine country in like the desert.
Right.
Doesn't scream fur scarf
Doesn't
unless you're
scream-
like a Burning Man, but.
Unless that's the only thing you wear. That and a bandana. Fur scarf and a bandana. Trademark.
Is that your new trademark? Nick,
Yeah.
we're really going to start looking like homeless, crazy
Oh
people
my
if we
God,
start
I
doing
know.
that. I would say like hashtag van life and then luxury travelers.
Mhm.
And somehow we're making that work with a lot of hiding behind dumpsters and changing into cute outfits and walking in. But lodging is very expensive, guys.
Lodging is expensive.
If you're just not going to like,
That's a
have
whole
an
bottle of
income.
champagne.
yeah, really.
I know.
Like a nice bottle of champagne, I could sleep in a bed. Or I could sleep in the back of my car.
Right. In the Walmart parking lot. Are we making this sound like fun?
I don't know. I'm having a great time. But
We're at the
sometimes you
beach,
just have
guys.
to do it. Like if you're gonna take off for a few months, like you can't spend $200 a night unless you have that much money saved up. But is it worth it?
Is
Like
it
you
worth
show
it?
up somewhere, you go to bed, and you wake up and you leave. Like you check out.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I feel, and not to mention how much time you spend at a hotel. Like you have to go back to the hotel, you have to clean up the hotel. You know, I just feel like sometimes it's like a lot of people are like, oh well, we're just gonna go back to the hotel, and then you kind of get caught laying on the bed doing nothing. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you're really mobile because like you don't even have to get in your car to leave.
I know.
You're already in the car.
I woke up in the car, so I am on the road, guys. But no, I like it. But after a while, we had a nice place in Tahoe, and
yeah,
we'll probably
we'll
get
get
one here
nicer
in-
places. I'm not
probably in Santa
I'm not
Cruz
that
or
big of a
something.
hippie. I act like pretty chill and I can rough it like a little bit, but like
You're
only
not
so
using
much.
hand soap from the
No.
rest stop off the
Absolutely
side of
not.
the highway to
I can go like 3 days and like pretend to be this little traveler girl, and then I'm like, someone put me in a luxury hotel
I
room.
know. Sometimes I feel like my wine knowledge really helps me like deflect the fact that I slept in my car.
Oh, of course. Well, Nick, what did you think of Napa?
I loved it. I really thought it was such a down home vibe and such a good time that it was just like, I get why people go here and spend a lot of money. And I just wanted to see like, oh, I want to go to I've heard of that wine. I want to go to that winery. Oh, I've heard that. It's so fun. But you guys do need to have reservations when you go.
Actually, a real travel tip. Since COVID, a lot of the wineries used to be kind of walk up, get a tasting. You could have a reservation, but it wasn't necessary. Well, because of COVID, they required reservations and they haven't really gotten away from that. So we showed up to Napa and everywhere's booked up for the next week or two.
Classic Saucy Sips fashion. Showing up in the night in the Chevy Equinox, looking for places to go, and it's like, oh, sorry, no reservations.
Yeah.
But we prevailed.
Oh, we did. But that's because we made friends.
Yeah.
You got to like make the friends.
We stayed in Calistoga in St. Helena. And that's
Which are
in
two
Napa,
towns.
2 towns in Napa Valley, just up valley from what downtown Napa is. So Napa Valley, it's a valley also with a town called Napa. But if you go, there's also a lot of other places and small towns and communities all throughout the valley. And Calistoga is one of them. And that was my favorite one. It was just so cute, so quaint. But a lot of character and kind of not as ritzy. Kind of gave me like, I don't know, a little bit. It was slower paced and chill.
And like main streets filled with like boutiques and coffee shops and ice cream places and home decor. But then also Calistoga has hot springs and a geyser.
There was it's Old Faithful Geyser, not the one in Yellowstone, but it was there. And then they also have a lot of hotels that have these thermal baths and all these natural springs that they have there that you can actually get in, and it's heated naturally, which is really cool. And that's one thing I'd never heard about when I hear Napa Valley, you know? Mm-hmm. So I just think that there's a lot to explore in that valley and the valleys, you know. I mean, Sonoma County, how big is that? Or actually, where we slept yesterday, we're next to the Russian River Valley. And it's like there's just all these cute little communities everywhere. They're just so fun to explore in wine country.
Can't wait. I found on Google a little coffee organic ice cream shop right by the beach. Ooh. And that's where I'm taking us.
Wait, that's so fun.
Should we have an affogato?
I love an affogato in the middle of the day, followed by a bottle of wine in my car.
But not really. Yeah.
Okay.
In the car.
Well,
we're not driving. We do hikes.
We're parked. We've been parked here for a while now. It's
we
home.
live here now.
Sheer Cliff home.
All right, cheers, you guys. We'll see you episode 3. Cheers. Chef's kiss.
Mwah.